So this is my Itoigawa Shimpaku Juniper. I bought this last year and it was quite expensive when I bought it. It was around £75, but it didn't come in this pot. I put it in this pot sort of late season, this season, or last season now. And yeah, I think it's a very nice tree. It's a classic. It's got a classic S shape in the trunk, and yeah, it's okay. It's a decent tree to start with, but it's got potential, and that's what it's about at this stage because it's a very young plant. In all fairness, it's probably maybe about 10 years old, if that. And it came with lots of different branches branching out all over the place. There was branches here, there, that one, there's another one there, another one there. So I took a lot of branches off last year. Another one there, another one there, one up here. So when I got it, it was quite a bush. So I had to reveal the trunk line, and I'm quite happy that I have got a classic S-shaped trunk on this particular tree. But the thing is, it is a bit of a cliche. It's got two-dimensional movement, so it's all on the same sort of plane, if you like. But it's got beautiful shape, and obviously what I did to make it into the cliche bonsai was to make sure that the branches were coming on the outside of the bends. So there's a bend, we've got a branch, this one's a bend, we've got a branch, and then sort of dividing this back, sort of subdividing, and just having sort of developing taper on the branches is what I'm going to do at this stage. Now, one of the issues that I have with this juniper is the fact that I've got a straight bit at the top here, and I really don't like that straight bit. It's very difficult to bend, so at some point I'm going to have to take that off because I don't like that. I think it's a bit of an eyesore. If I move that out of the way, you can see this straight section here where they've obviously grown this. This has all been one leader at one point, and it went on through this way, and this is one of the side branches that came off it. So the main leader would have grown up out here, and they cut it back and they grew a straight one at the top, and that's kind of ruined the shape. So what I'm intending to do at some point in the future, not immediately, is I'm going to take an air layer. So I've had a look at it, and I really like this lower part of the S bend. I think that's quite nice. I think it's got enough movement up to here, and there is potentially two separate trees. So I've got this tree at the top, I'll air layer it somewhere around here, and then I'm gonna, in fact what I'll do, I've got these black bags here. This is a classic bonsai trick. So we'll put this bag over the top, and I'm gonna sort of reveal the look that I'm gonna go for on the next iteration of this bonsai. So I'm going to remove this top section here, like that. Just hold it in place like that. And what I've got is this shape here. So it comes up, goes round, got this nice branch coming off here. I was thinking at some point to maybe separate it there and have that as the main leader, so it's got that sort of shape instead of that classic S shape. Just adds a little bit of detail to it, a little bit more interest to it than the boring S shape. So what I figured that would be quite nice, but then I thought I want to keep as much of this tree as possible, so I'm going to go up here, around here, and then I'm going to have this as the main leader here. And all this section here is going to be removed. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these back branches just yet, but I don't need to think about that. I don't need to worry about that just yet. I think that's going to create a really interesting bonsai shape. So if I just bring that up there, that could potentially become the leader, like that. Remove this section here, have this as a branch, obviously try and reduce it, try and make it a little bit weaker because it's slightly stronger, this part of the branch, than this other branch here, which I'm going to make the leader. So I'm going to grow this one on, hope it has a really good season next season, probably cut this back, right back. In fact, I could probably do it now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it until spring, and I'm going to just let it grow on, because like I say, I only bought it last season, and I repotted it towards the end of the season. So I'm going to leave it to grow in this pot for another season, and then I'm probably going to take these quite drastic actions, quite drastic measures. So like I say, I'm going to take the bags off now, 2 of them, make sure it was nice and black. So what I'm thinking about doing is just leaving it as it is. I'm going to grow this as a main leader for this top section. This is going to be a new tree. So this part here is going to be a new tree. I'm going to air layer it. What I'll use is some sphagnum moss wrapped up in a polythene bag. Make sure it's nice and tight after scraping the bark off the tree, and hopefully I'll get some roots around this area, and I'll be able to remove that, create that as a new tree, and have this as my new bonsai shape. And I think that's going to look amazing. I think that's going to look really cool moving forward. But like I say, I'm going to leave it for now. I think it just needs another chance, another season to grow. It has got extensions, and I have cut other extensions off earlier in the season, just little bits here and there. But I'm going to leave this one to grow on, thicken this top part, and I think that's going to look good in the future. But like I say, at the moment it is a bit of a cliche.